When you see Brock Purdy, and now he's coming to the end at Iowa State, what do you see for him at the next level?
I see a guy, and I got to see them in person twice. I got to watch him practice on a Friday. Got up to Ames, Iowa. I think I've got 3 Power 5 schools that I've not been to now. 3 out of 65. That's it. That's awesome. So I was able to check Ames off the list. Just awesome. That guy maximizes, Brad, every ounce of God-given ability he's had. And, Matt Campbell will be the first to tell you, as he was to our crew, to anybody that will listen, he changed our program. His competitive excellence and grit and fight. At the next level, I don't know, can he be Sam Ehlinger? I think that would be probably the comp in the conference. Same, kind of just undersized, gritty, tough, amazing athlete. His arms aren't terribly long. His hands aren't very big. There's some things that the NFL scouts I know right now are going to be a little leery of, like, that doesn't check all the boxes we need, but I know that he'll probably play in the league for a long time. He'll be on somebody's roster, like Jayden Daniels, has been for 15 years. It's probably another good comp in that conference. But man, has that guy gotten everything out of God's given him.
What would you tell Spencer Rattler today?
That is a great question. I would tell him that every single day that you got to maximize your opportunity. The same thing I tell my young little nephew that's a freshman at Washington, right? That I think believed in his heart of hearts he's going to be the guy this year, and he's going to make it happen. And he's had to grind and persevere and push. And it's in these times that you really do grow. That at 45, I can look back now, and it's easy to say, right? That, adversity makes you stronger. It shows your stripes. It shows your true colors. But it's, it's absolutely true. Yeah. And Spencer, you got this day, you make the most of this day. And at the end of this season, there will be people that will want your skill set. You may be able to come back to the West Coast, and there are going to be a lot of people that would want your ability and your experience and your talent. But you got to maximize these days when you're in the valleys and make the most of them. That will pay dividends down the road.
I know you haven't seen Arizona State in person, but have you seen enough of Jayden Daniels to get an idea of where he's heading, what his ceiling is? There's a lot buzzing around that he's going to do at the draft. Is he ready? They're never quite ready. What do you see out of Jayden Daniels from a distance?
Yeah, I see him kind of in the entire grouping of all the quarterbacks out west. It's been disappointing, right? I've just not seen that step. You kind of hoped with Dorian that he could stay healthy at UCLA, and he showed flashes. But man, quarterback play, especially at that next level, is not about flashes. It's kind of to Spencer points, like day by day, you have got to show progress. Is he better today than he was as a true freshman? Is he bigger? Is he stronger? Does he have more urgency? Does he have total command? Or is he still kind of chewing on that mouthpiece and just kind of having this, I don't know, man. I like a sense of urgency. You mentioned Brock Purdy, just a sense of urgency, man. You attack each day. You get better every day. And I think, Brad, that's been a big problem in the conference this year out west. Is I'm not seeing that with a lot of these quarterbacks. Is Anthony Brown better today than he was week 2 at the Horseshoe? I can't say that.
I don't think so.
Is Dorian better year 4 than he was year 1? At times, but certainly not in consistency. Is Jayden better today than he was 2 years ago? I can't say that watching that game the other night and some of the decisions. And again, just the urgency, the growth, the body, all of it, you should be developing. And I think unfortunately out west, that's just not happening in a lot of spots.
Real quick hits, I'll get you out of here. Next head coach at USC, couple names that you think this makes a lot of sense.
I mean, James Franklin, but by all indications, I think he's intrigued deeply by LSU. And this is what's going to be hard for all the schools out west. If Washington ends up making a move, if Herm steps down at ASU,
Washington State, UCLA.
Washington State is open. UCLA, if Chip doesn't get to 7 wins. I mean, I think folks will look at these jobs out here, unfortunately, a little bit like they do in the Big 12 right now. Like, well, where is this conference going? How can we compete? Do they want to invest? Mel Tucker last year is like, yep, all right, I'm good. I'm going to go to the place where I'll have all the resources in the world. Well, they will support me. Well, I can put a staff together. I'll be complimenting. All coaches talk about complimentary football. Well, a head coaching job in today's game is complimentary off the field. So do I get all these assets to go attack these teams that you want me to compete with? They do it in Eugene. Phil Knight does it in Eugene and has given Mario and that staff everything they need. Outside of that, it's hard to come by out west.